Welcome everyone. Can you guys hear me? Just put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Welcome everyone. Can you guys hear me? Just put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Thank you. Thank you. I can see a lot of people joining in. I'm not sure from where the music is coming. Welcome everyone. Can you guys hear me? Just put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, cool. So thank you everyone to join the 141st community meetup. So I can see hundreds of people who are joining us across social media platform. And that's the reason the streaming was happening. I was not sure from where the voice is coming. So thank you everyone, each and every one of you to join this AI Explorer series. This is our 141st series that we are doing in the AI Explorer. So before I start the session, just wanted to get a feel from the audience. How many of you are new to the community? How many of you have joined in the last 1 month? Just put N in the chat if you are new to the community. Thank you, Maheshwari, Vidhi, Naman, Mary, all for your welcome message on LinkedIn. Thank you, everyone, as well. So, right now, as I told you, we are on Zoom. We are live streaming on LinkedIn, Twitter, as well as we are on YouTube. And we have a lot of people joining us from LinkedIn. Thank you, everyone. And I can see a lot of you are new to the community as well. So I'll just quickly tell you the ground rules before I start with today's session. Let me pause the timer for now. Awesome. So let me share my screen and give you guys just a 1 minute of ground rules for the people who are new. So uh, people who are on Zoom, switch on your cameras if possible. It's nice to see people. And the mics are off by default right now. To keep the chat active, that is how I know that you guys are engaged. Just put one if all of you can hear me clearly. So let me see some energy in the room. Right. It's a Tuesday evening. I know you guys are tired, but we need to have a high energy in the room to learn and to absorb the knowledge. So thank you everyone for your. Let me read something and also put in the chat which city you have joined from. So thank you, Scott. Thank you, uh, Mary. Thank you,
Harry,
everyone.
thank you.
And also, please,
And also,
yeah, just
please,
keep your mics muted. Let me just. Okay. I have removed the setting. I have removed the setting. Mics was I have switched off the mics. Please keep your mics off, everyone. Anyways, I have put the setting that you cannot have your mics on right now. And just put in the chat which city also you have joined so I can know. We have people from India, we have people from Dubai, we have people from Riyadh. So that is an amazing thing as well. So is it fine now? So someone was saying echo. So please keep your chat active. I'll be sharing the Slido link as well in the chat. Any questions that you have with a question mark, please put your questions on the Slido link. We are going to do this quick workshop about today's topic, as all of you know who have joined the call, is about OpenClaw. How many of you here have heard about OpenClaw? Just put OC in the chat if you have heard about this technology, or I can say a wave right now. So we are going to talk a little bit about this technology, and then we are going to have Slido break, two breaks that we are going to have in the middle, wherein I will try to take all your questions in the chat. So thank you, Scott, Muni, for your activity, for your Yes, thank you. Yes, we will take the questions in Slido. I will be sharing the Slido link. Just give me 1 minute to share the Slido link. And many people who have not heard about OpenClaw, just put no in the chat if you have not heard about OpenClaw. And this is not a hype right now. There have been a lot of hype about this, but for me, this is a new way of learning. So I will talk more about this as well. So I want to show you guys two things before I go to today's topic. First link is I'm getting a lot of questions on LinkedIn about what is OpenClaw. Can anyone tell in the chat what when I talk about OC, what comes in your mind? Just put in a sentence and let me read it out. I want to know from the community because this is a community-driven initiative. When I say OC or OpenClaw, what comes in your mind? And I will read out two or three chats that are there. Just one sentence. You don't need to give me a chat GPT definition. Yeah, and I'm sharing the Slido link on different platforms, so you can just open it and keep it and keep asking your questions. And the my team Mary is also here. She's also going to help you and guide you in giving the taking some of the answers on other platforms. So someone is saying OpenClaw is an AI bot. Okay, that is not a correct definition of OpenClaw, but let me read something from Zoom. AI agent. Okay. Let me read this one from Mr. Munib. Custom agentic workflow with physical tool, memory base, and multi-message abilities. Okay, this is a nice definition, Munib. Test is telling open source. Anything else, guys? Come on. If you have heard about OpenClaw, what have you heard? In one sentence, what is the definition? How is it different from the new technologies that are there? Okay. So, in the community, we have done a presentation on OpenClaw last week. I request you to go into the details and see the all the information that is there. But one thing I wanted to show every one of you here uh, before I go to today's slide uh, is OpenClaw. When I was doing a session about OpenClaw, it was something that I was also discussing on the chat and on the different platforms, that this is something that OpenAI, and this is a prediction that I made on the call on the event that we had, that this is not a small thing. A big company will take it over, and I did not know about this. And on February 16th, that is yesterday, if you can, how many of you have heard about this news, that the creator of OpenClaw, Mr. Peter, he joined OpenAI. So OpenAI did not buy OpenClaw, but they bought the person who had created this wave. So do you think this is a coincidence, right? How many of you have heard this news that the OpenClaw, the creator of OpenClaw, is now employed under OpenAI, and Sam Altman yesterday he tweeted about this. So this is really he first of all, OpenClaw was a concept. How many of you have heard about this? Just put one in the chat if you have heard about this news, that Peter who created OpenClaw is now a part of this, and now OpenClaw will live in a foundation as an open source. I doubt it is still going to be truly open source, but OpenAI is going to use the technologies that were there in OpenClaw for building their own software. So OpenClaw is still going to be there. It is still going to be an open source project. Companies are going to learn from it, and then we are going to use it. Uh, okay, cool. And let me also put this Slido, and any questions that you guys have. I think I have put the Slido link here. Let me put the Slido link here as well. You can put all your questions here, and also you can upvote your questions. Suppose someone is asking a question and you feel you want to uh, upvote it, so I can try to answer all the top questions. So now OpenClaw is not a hype. OpenAI has bought it indirectly, so it is something that is going to stay, and that is the reason why in the last 2 weeks we have been doing a lot of research on this technology, and we have done couple of workshops, and today is one type of workshop that will talk about the different ways of how OpenClaw works and how you can start installing it. And I will show you a quick demo about OpenClaw, and I will share you some personal experiences that are there. How many of you in the room? I can see hundreds of you who are joining across social media. How many of you have tried OpenClaw on your system or on your VPS or on your Mac Mini or Raspberry Pi? Just put one in the chat, uh, whether you have tried it till now. Zero if you have not tried it. Tried, not heard about it, not seen videos, but have actually tried it on your local VPS, Mac Mini, Raspberry Pi. So Scott has tried it. Scott, you want to share some experience about it, if in a chat, or if you, what, how have you done it? What, which way did you use? Was it more of so that we can get an idea? Ahmed has used it. Thank you, Ahmed, on LinkedIn. Naman, Vidhi, thank you all for your engagement. So people who are not writing anything, I assume that it is a no, right? I got 4 responses. So Scott has only done it on Zoom, and we have 3-4 people on LinkedIn who have done it. So today's session, at least you will get an idea of how you can do it on your local system, and I will talk about different other options that are there as well. So thank you and all for your engagement. And this is more like a community event, a community session. So please, I don't want it to be one way. I don't want this session to be just be one way. I want it to be interactive so that we are learning from each other. So Scott, maybe later on when we have the Q&A, you can raise your hands and we can hear your experience as well. So he is running it on a container on a mini PC. Awesome. Cool. So now let me quickly, for the people who don't know about OpenClaw, I will just take 5-10 minutes to talk about this ecosystem. And I don't want to go too technical because this is a little technical topic. But what I feel about when I talk about OpenClaw, that it is a intelligent loop. This is one when I was doing a lot of research to make this presentation when video. The one definition of one word, if I want to talk about OpenClaw is not something very different, right? All of you can see my screen. Just put one in the chat if you can see my screen. Just put one in the chat if all of you can see my screen. OpenClaw. So OpenClaw in one word, if I want to define you, and it's a very interesting, it's an intelligent loop. Intelligent loop. It is nothing new in OpenClaw. It is just a marvelous engineering put together, where agents are even talking to each other, improving and making things better. So this is an intelligent loop, putting everything that we have been doing in multi-agents and everything on silos. If you guys remember in the previous session, I talked about 6 core characteristics of agentic AI. They have just put it together in a proper framework and open sourced it. And that is the good thing about OpenClaw. So in a nutshell, right, what does how this is an architecture of the OpenClaw. So some of these screenshots I have taken from some of the videos and some of the research that I have been doing to simply explain to the community. There are the different terminologies that going to be used. It is not something new, but the way they have written the terminologies is something that today I will tell you, and I will give you guys an idea about it. One is the input. There is a gateway that is getting created, and then there is the agents that are there. So this is a very simple way of looking into the 3 layer of input, gateway, and agents. And whatever input that you are giving, the gateway is going to process it, understand where I need to go to, how do I need to process this input, which LLM I am going to use. And this is mainly configured by the human itself. You give them access, you give them the API key. So the gateway is created. There are a lot of ways to run this on your local, on your, you can give remote. There are other ways to also run it, which we'll talk about. And then you get the agents. There are some terminologies. It is not, does not look that this looks very simple, but input, gateway, agent, this is the 3, you can say, modes. But the good thing about OpenClaw is that it makes it multi inputs. The inputs are not only coming from the chat, but from Slack, from Discord, from Instagram, and they create the different instances. and the gateway also has connections. So gateway is a unified platform that can take different channels. There are multiple channels. There are, I think, more than 20 plus channels that you can integrate as of now. Plus there are multiple agents that you can also use it to do the different tasks. So this is the thing that is making it little bit good. It is giving a unified gateway where you can connect different channels with a few installations that are there, and take it into consideration. Risks are there. More the capability, more the risk, the more the responsible you need to be. But it is giving you an option, and there are a lot of security features as well. So there are some terminologies that are there, which you will keep on listening when we do run this particular gate OpenClaw. So it is basically, uh, some there is something called as a time, there is something called as an events. These are terminologies that are used in this OpenClaw framework to understand, like, when to send the alert. They have something like a, which when we discussed about cron, they have something like that. So these are something, we don't want to go deeper, but these are some names that you need to know: time, events, queue, agent, and state. And there are methods that, like, every half an hour you will they will send an alert to check. Like, suppose you are asking for any latest news about AI that is going on. So you can set a timer, and if for 30 minutes, and accordingly this whole process is going to happen. And this is how it makes this OpenClaw more intelligent. And there is one more thing, how it happens, like when this particular event fires, every 30 minutes this happens. It enters the queue, agent processes it, and then the action is executed. So they follow this you can say chronology, step by step, and then they do the task accordingly. And these are the five things that you will keep on hearing again and again. Can anyone tell me in the chat? So messages everyone knows, crons everyone knows. Can anyone tell me what is heartbeats in OpenClaw? This is something very new that is getting used in OpenClaw, called heartbeats. Can anyone tell in the chat, or have they heard about this word called heartbeats? Yes. So this is something like, yes, thank you, Ahmed, for confirming. This is something like monitoring. Like, you can have this monitoring, like a, it is going to monitor your systems continuously, or in an interval of some time. And if anything happens, like if anywhere your company is getting listed on social media, so this is a very good way to do social media monitoring. Like, suppose anyone talks about decoding data science as a text, like our company on LinkedIn, they do a complaint or something like that on the social media without tagging us. We have some with this particular system in place to keep on checking about this. And if anything is there, then it reports back to us, and then we send reply back, or we have an email notification to the team to look at it. So these are the five things that are there. Hooks are there, web hooks are there. These are something that is very same, like in the different systems like NA10 and others. But heartbeat is something that is new. Anyone else wants to give their definition of heartbeats, that what according to them, have they heard about this, have they not heard about this? So these are the five things that you need to keep on, just new terminologies that are there in this space of OpenClaw that we are talking about. Now what we are going to do, we want to go a little bit technical. These are some terminologies that I wanted to tell you how to install this and start using it very quickly, right? I want to show you a practical step-by-step walkthrough to help you install OpenClaw and to launch it in the local dashboard, connect to it to a model, and start running your first agentic workflow. Very simple workflow. So just tell in the chat how many of you have not even tried to install it on your local. Just put no in the chat so I get an idea. And I recommend every one of you uh, to first make some choices. And I would want to take 1 minute before I tell what I am using. Is there are a lot of options to do this. I will talk about some of the options that are there. Is first the is I am just doing this for an experimentation way. So just to show to this workshop, the process that I am doing is I am doing it on my local system, but this is not production ready. I am not going to use this for any production work because of the security concerns that are there. The best way to do it is, as Scott has done, to have a Mac Mini or some other services, but it is very tough to get a new hardware, to buy a new hardware to install it. So there are different options that are there for this installation. You need to select the different things. So let me just go here in the screen and tell you. So there is, if you go Hostinger, they have something called as a VPS, right? There are some VPS options that are there, which I will talk about as well. You can go and you can get a. Can anyone tell me the full form of VPS? So every company like N8 and all these things, they can be used through a VPS. Why VPS? Because just imagine your computer cannot be a server. Your computer, suppose I switch on or switch off my computer in the night, then the service is not going to run. That is the one issue of not putting the OpenClaw on your local system. The second issue is if any thing happens, if any hack happens, my all my system files can get deleted, right? So these are the two risks that are there, which I don't want to happen. So this is a way. If you go to Hostinger, you can select an OS, or directly if you just Google Hostinger OpenClaw, you just this is I'm not, this is not an affiliate video to talk about Hostinger. Every company has their own, every internet provider have their own VPS systems that are there. Can every one of you see OpenClaw? It is telling it as a, you need to deploy this approximately on KVM2. KVM2 is around $6.99 per month, and for a month, and then $10. And this one is KVM1 is around $5. They tell it why deploy. It is a one-click deployment. So this, and the good thing about this is 25 by 7 availability that is there on the for your application to run when you are configuring it on a VPS. There are some pros and cons of a VPS that you need to figure out which one you are using. The other one is Dockers, right? Dockers, I was just on switching on the Dockers. So Docker is something that I think it is loading. Docker, they in the container they have this image of OpenClaw. They have around 50,000 downloads. Some of them I just checked in the morning. Just do your research, and the same way that you use Docker Compose for other options, you can use it. So I think it is loading. Let me see what is the issue. Why is it not loading? Docker Compose. Yeah, because I there are so many applications running on my system. So Docker Compose, I have just, let me just run it again. Okay. Well, once it loads up, just you can, if you know Dockers, it is an image on Dockers. You can install it, and then you can run it, and that is a better option to do it as well. The third option is to do it on your Mac Mini or your Raspberry Pi. You create a instance and you keep running it. And the fourth one that is there, if for mostly for experimental process, is running it on your local. So right now, if you see, this is I have ran it on my local. So this is running on my local. Can you guys see my screen? So right now, this is OpenClaw that I am running on my system. How did I reach here? Let me just tell here. Who are you? So just if you guys can see, this is right now I'm running OpenClaw TUI on my local system. It is connected to my GPT-5 Nano Think Low. So I am your OpenClaw assistant. Can you guys see my screen? Yeah, I know it is small because this is the window size. I cannot zoom in. This is the PowerShell. So we are running this on a PowerShell. So I am your OpenClaw assistant here to help you organize project and whatever. So it is, I have given it a persona to help me build OpenClaw, a particular thing. Specifically for me to learn OpenClaw, to explore OpenClaw, I have created a persona here. This particular thing, I'll tell you more about this as well. If I want to go deeper into this thing, right? If I want to go deeper into this, where are all the file systems stored? What are the different, you can say, profile markdown, everything? It is available here. So if you see, can every one of you see my screen, OpenClaw? So here, if you see, the good thing about OpenClaw is when we discussed the memory. So if you see, I've opened today, this is today's chat, right? Today's markdown. Whatever I have done, whatever I have done today, it has summarized it here. It has summarized it here whatever I have done today in this particular memory. Okay, and you can see all these things that are there. This is my workspace. Okay, and this is my workspace, and I wanted to show you one more thing that is very, very important is the profile. So profile.md. So like we have something in our custom instructions, you can set your profile. So I have set my profile Muhammad Arshad. I have basically I have created something about my name, my preferred name, my time zone, my goal. So my goal to create this particular instance is just to experiment with OpenClaw and to create tutorials for the community. I want to be like an OpenClaw ambassador, explore the different features like memory organization, task scheduling, heartbeat versus cron, base UI automation, focus on safe private handling of personal data, and create this profile as a starting point. And this is something that I've done. And I was experimenting to create different profiles to do my own research and create it. Now, how did I get here? Is there are few steps that I followed, and I will request every one of you to do this as well. So if I go to if you want to do this on your local system, you can go to openclaw.ai, and you can you see this quick start option? You can go here and you can start doing this particular thing, start running this. Or what I suggest people to do is you can start running this, but this is only for experimental purpose. Don't use this for doing production ready things and everything. uh, there is one line of code, or else go to documentation, getting started. If you go to this website, getting started, if you are using Windows PowerShell. And one request from you, all of you, is, and this was a learning when I was experimenting, if you want to install all these things in your local, what you do is, if you just go and click search for PowerShell. This is one learning when after experimenting and it was not working. What I did, this is one tip I want to give you. Open PowerShell, always right click and run as administrator. Once you click run as administrator, then it is going to work, because you have to run PowerShell as an administrator. If you don't run it as an administrator, you will not get an error. Then what you need to do is, once you have this ready, then you can start running this code and you can start running this. So right now I've already onboarded. So I will not run this code OpenClaw onboard. I am going to run this cloud called OpenClaw gateway status. So this is the next time when you close it and you open it, all of you who are first time running will run these two code. But when you're opening it for the second time, you run this code which I'm going to run in front of you, OpenClaw gateway status. So once I go here, so this is going to run and it is going to see currently what is OpenClaw, what is the LLM that we are connected to, what is the uh, all the status it is going to give me. And from here, when I switch off this my system, OpenClaw is going to close. So right now, can you see it is running? This is the gateway 12700 port, probe gateway. It is running, service is loaded, but is running, and it gives you the whole details that are there. So you do step by step this thing. And I will not do it again because it will ask me to reinstall it. So but I request you to do this one, and then you will have run OpenClaw in the browser. You can select your API, Windows API key. You can select your thing. I will also release a video as well uh, tomorrow, of how when I was installing it. I was also recording it as well. So I will do that. But it's very simple. Once you do this particular thing step by step, it is going to give you the whole option that is there. And then you just follow these steps. And the only, you can say, tip I want to give you, troubleshooting tip right now, is run as an administrator. Run as an administrator, and then you will have this ready. And the good thing about this OpenClaw is, it not only does, gives you answer, it also creates for you a any markdown file or any skill file that is there. So that is something also that is very like if you see here, I'm asking what what can you do for me. Okay, okay. I will just do this one. This is a very good thing, and especially to for learning. I'm also learning OpenClaw from this particular agent. I am new to OpenClaw. Tell me all your features. So because the persona is as an OpenClaw tutorial. So this is the best way to actually get an idea of what all you can do with OpenClaw. What we did is we created a Twitter tweet. We posted a tweet using the skills.md for tweet and lot of other things that are there. So if you can see core capabilities, memory and notes, project and structure tutorials, and this thing, starter, it can create a memory and a short day. So I'll just say, can you update the memory with all our conversations today. So now, if you want to do it, you can set this automatically every hour to do this, or every time before you are every hour is get better, or before you close also, to do that whole thing that is there. So would you like me to also, so done. I have added a detailed memory. Can you all see this? See user open workspace 2026.202.17.md. So once I go to this file and I open this memory, so can you see? It has given me the whole. Today we explored OpenClaw workflow focused on tweeting with OAuth in a safe, demo-friendly way. Key topics included highlights. Can you see all the details? Everything it has given you in a very good manner here. So this is so this is a good thing about OpenClaw is it is going to set it up. Now, suppose I want to ask it to, can you set a schedule of updating memory every 30 minutes? Depending upon your use case. If your use case is very critical, you can make it less. But I'm just showing you the opportunity. So see, it has given you the whole option of doing this, and you can just proceed. So it is giving us typical crawl entry runs every this thing, add this thing, update. Tell me what can I deliver next? A ready to run PowerShell script plus a one-time task script for into everyone every 1 minute. So I'll just copy this, or a small class firmware update. So this depending upon what you want exactly, you can do this, and it is going to help you. So these are some things that we are going to take, and I'm going to take one Q&A break, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the different options that are there. So is it exciting? Just put E in the chat if you feel this is exciting. Okay, so let me open the Slido link. So I'm getting question from Ahmad. When should I use OpenClaw? So this is actually a very good question, Ahmad. See, uh, right now I am running this DDS community. As running this community, any new trend that comes into the market, any new technology that comes into the market, I do my research, right? And this is something very new. So everyone is talking about OpenClaw. It has become the most, hyped uh, technology, most historically most starred to reach, fastest to reach 100K. It is in the news for all the matter, right? And when to use it is, as I told you, after doing a lot of research, doing a lot of readings, I feel that OpenClaw is not something very different. It is not like a new GPT-6 or something. It is not something very new. It is just a putting everything together properly in a proper engineering concept, like the scheduling. Because if all of you know, ChatGPT, these LLMs are already there. What this has made possible to do in a very good setup is scheduling, running cron jobs every 30 minutes, saving my file in a proper this thing. And right now, if you saw, I'm not using any codecs, I'm not using any cursor. Everything I'm doing using open source. The only money that I am paying right now is to the OpenAI for the LLM use. So I am doing the same thing that Codex, Claude Code is doing, using OpenClaw to save my code, to update my code, to update my Markdown file. So this is just a new way of doing things. Is it revolutionary? Yes, it is. OpenAI is going to integrate it in its workflow. Claude has already done it. Claude is already using all these things, skills, Markdown, and everything that I have told you. They are already using it. So it is something that all of you need to learn as a skill. As a skill, in the sense, like, you know about MCP, you need to learn about OpenClaw, learn about the technology, when to use it, is something that, when you like, Mr. Peter is using it for his marketing automation, I am using it for my research work. So you need to look at these options. Na10 can also do the work as well. Make can also do the work as well, the simple use cases. OpenClaw is also giving you a better option to do it. That is the only thing that I will talk about. I hope I answered your question. Some of you are asking where is the Slido link. So let me again share you the Slido link. Any other questions that are there? When to use local versus VPS? So I will suggest you to use a VPS. If you ask me, Mohammed, what is the easiest thing to use, I will say is VPS. You know why? Because you need it to run it 24 by 7, and you even if you have a Mac Mini or a Raspberry Pi, it has to continuously run. So it's a headache of power and everything that is there. VPS is something that is easy to install. You connect it, it's 24 by 7 running. For a small cost, you can use it for your use cases that are there. So that is my suggestion. But you need to look at it. And there are a lot of companies have in the last 1 month. There are a lot of companies that have come in the market that is selling this as a service. You saw the installation. Maybe it will take 10-15 minutes, guys, maximum. But there are a lot of companies who are selling it as a one deploy solution. I will also share you one particular chat. I don't want to share the name of the company, but I will just share you the concept that what people are selling in the market. So this can become a big industry as well. So let me just put it on the slide, and I will share you the uh, yeah. So this is something that I will yeah. So yes, this is something that can really help you doing automations, running. I can see the use cases that a lot of people are doing are email alerts, Google big alerts, or like you had Google alerts, but at a very sophisticated level. Not only looking at Google, but Twitter, anywhere, like anything people are talking about DDS, it is going to get showed as well. So there are many use cases that people are talking about. So you need to look at the different options that are available. Right now, this is an educational purpose. I'm doing it on local system, and just to experiment and learn and see the possibilities of OpenClaw that is there. Awesome. And any other questions, please put on the chat. Scott, you want to share anything more about what else you can do with OpenClaw? Did you try the local one that I showed you? Cool. So now let me just, so this is something that I request people to do, and I'm going to take few more questions that are there. But see, this is a company. I have removed the name of the company, but there are a lot of companies who are trying to sell this as a service, right? So self-hosted, it is the hard way. It takes some time. So all of us are builders here, so we can do all these things ourselves. Like, you need to buy and configure a VPS, set up SSH key. I did it in a local. For me, it took 20 minutes to do this. This is in a VPS, but right now all the VPSs are giving you fast solution to do it. And there are companies who are just you can get started in 30 seconds as well. But I request people to use the this particular path, the one command. First time you try to do one command path in your local system, you require node.js, Once you install that, it's OpenClaw has a very good built-in thing. You can start running this particular concept, right? Docker, Docker is a very good way of doing it. Docker Compose, you can go, you can search for the image. My Docker is not getting open. I don't know why is it the case. Let me just, yeah, Docker is here itself. Sorry for that. Docker was running and I was opening it again and again. Guys, can you see my Docker? Just put D in the chat if you can see my Docker desktop. How many of you have used Docker before? Awesome platform. All the engineers in the house make some noise. Docker is one of the awesome inventions that has made our lives very easy. This is like a container, which has where you can install these particular packages and run it, and it can work in any other systems, remote or your Linux or your Mac. So this is awesome. So people who are engineers will love this. People who are not engineers, not an issue. There is Docker desktop, very simple software. You just install it, and then you go to Docker Hub. See, if I click N8N, can you guys see N8N 100 million instances? So in 1 year back when I used to do workshops, I used Docker to install N8N on my local, and I've done multiple workshops, and you can see 100 million plus. N8N is not an open source; it's like a company, so they are maintaining this image and they are working on it. And just to see the number, yeah, this is one of the most downloaded platforms. And personally speaking, N8N, if you guys don't know N8N in the call, how many of you know N8N? Just put N in the chat. If you have used N8N, if you have explored N8N, just put N in the chat. Please learn N8N. And I have done 10 workshops in the community. Now N8N is an old technology. It's an old technology, but if you have not done N8N, I request you to spend time and do N8N. Then only this OpenClaw will make a little sense for you. So this is there. So right now, if I search here OpenClaw, so officially OpenClaw as a company has not set up an image here. I wanted to know from Scott which image he has used. Has he used Alpine or one panel? So I'll get an idea. So I have used Alpine. You can use one panel. So because I just saw the number of stars and the number of downloads, so I have used this. Alpine, which one have Scott? Which one have you used? Which image have you used from Dockers? If you have used from Dockers or not. So here you can just click Alpine Crow. This is, you read about it, and then you just do a pull is you download it in your system, so you don't need to run all this code and all. It creates an image, and yeah, so he directly did it from OpenClaw GitHub repo. That is also you can do it directly from the OpenClaw GitHub repo as well. But this is an easier option to do, is from this particular thing. You can just click run, pull, and then you can do run. You can also, as Mr. Scott is telling, you can go to GitHub OpenClaw, and you can also follow the steps that are here as well to take this. So if you see here, OpenClaw, uh, if you want, this is giving you the whole documentation of how to pick it as well. That is there. But this may little confuse you. So please, so can you just tell exactly? Yeah, thank you very much. So there is so much documentation here, so people get confused. So if you are already into GitHub and understand everything, you can go through this in details. But the 3 steps I told you are very, very simple, straightforward. Like this one, you just need to do a pull and run. Once you do a pull, just you can see, I will not run it. I'm just pulling it right now. It is first of all downloading everything in my images, and then I can just do run, and it's going to do the setup that is there. Maltbook image is there in Docker as well. Amazing. Yeah, yeah. Maltbot is also some amazing technology which we discussed in our community meetup. Maybe in the future we will talk more about this as well. So this is taking some time. Once it is done, it is going to come to the images. And then see, it is taking some time. as we speak, and it is going to come here. So let me pause it till then. I don't want to. Uh, I think it's a big. It's around. So as I'm speaking, I'm doing it. Once it is done, I will let you guys know as well. So this is something that we you can do. The easy ways to do it, and then the this one, the VPS. When I told you about the hostinger, this is this is the easiest way to do as well, because anyways you are paying for the monthly 24 by 7, and also it is going to install this OpenClaw personal AI assistant with multi-channel messaging support. This is what it is showing as, right? And in the future master classes we are going to go details into how to add it to the channels and everything, to for making our life easy, like WhatsApp, Telegram, Slack, Discord, and all those things that are there. So now let us go to the this one. So the setup is easy. Docker also, I showed you about Docker as well. How to do the Docker. You can also do this one. I think you have done this one, right, Scott? Git clone. This one, OpenClaw, OpenClaw.git, and then you did cd OpenClaw and pmp install. I think you have done this one, right? Just put one in the chat. Okay, just put in the chat later. I will look into it how you have done it. So once you do it, you have to the way you can use it is that you can have the control UI dashboard, or you can have the gateway process. So the gateway process is a a more better way of using it, like the way I was showing you the TUI, where you can work into it. You can use, if you have any problems in using it, you can use something called as an OpenClaw Doctor, and if you want to look at the dashboard, you can click something called as an OpenClaw dashboard. So these are something that is there. So let me see if if I can open the OpenClaw dashboard and it is working right now. Let me just go to the administrator. Maybe I will do that later in the call. So if I right now my this thing is running, I can also open a dashboard to see everything that is there, step by step. And Doctor is something, if you are installing it, if you are finding some issue in uh, not opening the gateway, not getting set, some security issue, then you can use something called a Doctor. You can, the good thing about this is you can use API, OpenAI API key, you can use Olama, you can use also local power. And just one thing, but today when I was doing the experimentation, guys, the thing is OpenClaw is good. Is it useful? Because what I will show you guys, will some of you will be shocked, and I was also literally shocked because I am experimenting with a very cheap API, that is the GPT-5 Nano, which is one of the cheapest as of today. Just imagine how many million just to prepare for this experiment, for this workshop. I just did some experimentation just for an hour, maximum 1 hour. I was experimenting with all of this. I'll just show you just today, and you will see. And just that's why am I showing all of you this is, I want all of you to be careful when you are using this platform. So let me share my screen. And just can anyone guess how many million tokens I spent today? How many million tokens I spent today for 1 hour just to prepare for this presentation? Any guesses in the chat? How many million tokens I used? Any guesses in the chat? How many million tokens I used for 1 hour just to prepare for this workshop? Very simple workshop that all of you are seeing. No guesses? Ahmed is saying, Ahmed is saying 10 million. Scott is saying 6 million. So yeah, it is approximately in middle of both of you. Middle of both of you. First of all, I'm using APIs and I monitor it on a daily basis because that is my work, right? For when I work for enterprises, when I work for projects, because for business it is all about money. So just for 1 hour of using one of the cheapest models, I used 8.428 tokens. This is too much. And 168 requests, and it's too much. It's too much. And it is taking a lot of tokens because it is not only sending you the user prompt, it is taking the skills.md, the user.md, the profile.md, the memory. Lot of input token and output token is just for one particular request. So 8.42 tokens in just 1 hour of experimentation is a lot. Right now, if I had used a different model, an expensive model, right now the model that I'm using is GPT-5 Nano. If you can see, it is one of the cheapest models that are available. If you see the price of this model, if I go to the pricing, and in our masterclass I was discussing as well. Can you guys see? $0.05 for 1 million token. That's the reason why my cost is only 0.23. Suppose had configured this model 1.75 GPT. That's the reason why you need to make sure which model you are selecting to experiment. If I had selected this model, GPT 1.75, I would have spent around $12, $13 just for 1 hour of experimentation, which is waste of money. So always select this model. This is the cheapest model and the most cost effective model, because anyways you're going to spend 8 million tokens, 10 million tokens. So I did not spend a lot of money because I knew about this pricing and I knew about the usage. That's why I took this and I spent around $0.23. That is nothing, but the number of tokens is too much. And is it useful, is it not useful, that is up to you to decide. It's for learning, it is good to practice around, but this is for companies, it is a waste of money to process so many tokens just for doing simple tasks that are there. These are something, when you do experimentation, always look at your usage and decide what should I use, what should I not use. These are some diagnostic commands. Like suppose I switch off my computer tomorrow. When I switch on my computer, I need to open the OpenClaw again. So to open the OpenClaw again, I need to run few commands like these things that are there: OpenClaw status, gateway status, logs, doctor, and then I need to switch on my OpenClaw. If you see, there are two terminals that are running here. One is this administrator terminal that I started here. If you can see, OpenClaw gateway. Can all of you see when I started this? Because I've already installed this before, right? Then I wrote this code: OpenClaw gateway port 18789. Then this particular thing got initiated, it started running, and then I opened a new uh, this particular UI, and then I started running my script. So you need to have two terminals: one to switch on your OpenClaw, and then the second terminal to do your operations that are there. And if you want to switch off, if you want to close this, you need to do Control C two times, and then it is going to get done. And just see for one, and all of you can see this, right? I just want to say this. I will just 1 second wait. So right now it has created me a script. It has created me a script here. I will say it. Save the script. Save the script in OpenClaw workspace. So right now it is saving the script in my. It is saving my script here. OpenClaw TOI. If you can see this, it is saving my script in a different file. I am telling it to save my script in the OpenClaw workspace, so everything is there in the same space. So just for one command, you just see the number of tokens that is going to get used. So it is running 10 seconds, 11 seconds, 13 seconds, 15 seconds, 16 seconds, 23%. Yes. So this is the path. Arsha OpenClaw workspace load and update memory.ps1. It took 93,000 tokens. 93,000 tokens to do this. Now if I go to my this thing, I refresh in my workspace. I open my workspace. And if I open my workspace, what is the name of the file, anyone? The name of the file is load and update memory. Load and update. Can you see this? Load and now load and update memory. So this is my load and update memory. So I need to, this is going to get run every 30 minutes. So they have created this whole script. This is a PowerShell script. So it is going to run again and again. So this is it. Now I'm going to take a 5-minute Slido break. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Today's session was a glimpse for everyone to explore this. I gave you the different options that are there. I will take 2 minutes to conclude the session. Before that, I will take a 5 minutes Q&A break. Anyone has any comments, anyone wants to share their experience with OpenClaw, Modbog, please put it on the chat. I will try to read some of them. And let me refresh the Slido question. Someone is asking, when is the next challenge? Okay. How many of you had participated in the last challenge? So challenges are like an online hackathon where you build your projects and solutions. We do quarterly, we do these type of challenges. The new challenge is going to get announced in April, but there is one challenge that is running right now, and I will recommend every one of you, because I have been in academy for 8 years. I'm trying to teach people different ways of learning of how to put things together. But the best way to learn is, when like Peter and everyone who is working, to start putting things into perspective, right? So one second, just give me 1 second. People are not able to join the call. 1 second. 1 second. Why Mary, wow, wow. I think you gave the wrong link on the platform. Awesome. Sorry for that. Okay. Yeah. So, by the way, yeah, I think people are saying when, yeah, yes. Thank you very much for confirming. Open, yeah. Thank you for confirming. I can see a lot of people who have participated, and sorry for the link. The link that was shared, I think, Mary, maybe you have by mistake, Zoom got added in the end. So that is the reason why the link was not working. So there are a lot of people who wanted to join the call. So, guys, just one thing before this, we don't want to give the Zoom link on the WhatsApp groups and everything for people to join. The only thing that I request is, please try to register for our events online, because I just saw the WhatsApp message that is there. So thank you, Scott, for your time. We'll stay in touch, and please, like any events that are there, please go to our platform uh, and register for the events. Like this is, and by the way, this the session is free to for attending live, and the recording is available in the paid community. So please make sure you open here, go to events, and then you click this register for these events, and the Zoom link is updated here. We put the Zoom link on the WhatsApp group just to remind, but sometimes the team has sent by mistake the wrong link. Right, so no problem. The next one is this particular thing, the challenge. This is the challenge that is an always on challenge that is there. We had a challenge that just got over in the community, which we had around 500 people who joined this challenge, and they built something. It was a time bound challenge, but this challenge is something that is continuous. Like I joined this challenge just to test on 9th of February 2:15 p.m. So for me the start date was that, and the end date is on 22nd February. So I learn along this day. So as Ramadan is coming, some of you may have some time, extra time to learn. Please try to do this always on challenge, and you get ready for yourself to do the challenge on the April or the coming the next challenge. You be more prepared, and the end result is you have a final portfolio, you have a project that you have done, you have completed, and you can put it into practice. So this is the good thing about this particular challenge, that we want to everyone to join, and this is the one of the good ways of learning and putting things into perspective. And also in your new challenge that you are doing, you can also try to use OpenClaw to maybe help you in some of the use cases to do it faster and a more smarter manner. Right? And awesome. So first of all, I want to also wish all the 100 of community members who have joining us across the globe, Ramadan Kareem to everyone. Ramadan Kareem. So Ramadan here is going to start mostly on Thursday. So tomorrow is going to be tomorrow evening. The prayers are going to start, and the first day of fasting is going to be Thursday. In UAE, I don't know about other countries. So congratulations, everyone. Have a great month of fasting. And for all the hundreds of you who have joined the call, keep learning, keep practicing, keep joining community events, and take further. So someone is saying today night because I did not hear the news. I was there in the call. I'm not sure when. So I have to just confirm when is it here. So if someone is saying it's today night, okay. So I think UAE is doing it earlier. I think some countries have told it is going to be on Thursday, but UAE has decided to be tomorrow. So this is nice. So I have to go and do the Taraweeh prayer. So congratulations, everyone. We get ready for tomorrow and have a great day, everyone. Any other questions, please put on the community chat and talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.